The clock is ticking. With 5 months left for the UPSC Prelims 2025, it is time to take steps today to accomplish success tomorrow. Get ready to test, assess and navigate through your UPSC goals with the All India GS Prelims Open Mock Test 3 on 5th January. Aiding aspirants step up their preparation, this open test is a unique testing medium to bring aspirants to par with the UPSC CSE competition nationwide. Simulating the exam-like pattern, get ready to face the UPSC prelims with full practice and confidence. Attempt it from anywhere within the 2-hour test window with features such as All India Ranking, Post-Test Analysis, Complete coverage of UPSC prelims syllabus, Live test discussion. Test date 5th January. Timing, link will be active from midnight till 11:59 p.m. Mode, online only. Available in English and Hindi.
Wishing you all a very happy new year on behalf of Vision IS. May this year bring you closer to your goals, fill your journey with growth, and inspire you to achieve your dreams. Here's to a year of success and possibilities. Now, let's take a quick look at the headlines. Ministry of Education releases Unified District Information System for Education Plus 2023-24 report on school education. India secures 14.3% of global remittances in 2024, highest share ever, says World Bank. Quad or Quadrilateral Security Dialogue marks 20 years of cooperation. Cabinet approves modifications in crop insurance scheme under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Cabinet approves extension of one-time special package for diammonium phosphate beyond NBS subsidy. Ministry of Jal Shakti released Annual Groundwater Quality Report 2024. The Ministry of Education has released the Unified District Information System for Education Plus or UDISE Plus 2023-24 report, shedding light on key aspects of school education in India. For the first time, UDISE Plus 2023-24 has collected individual student-wise data from all recognized schools across the country, beginning in 2022-23. This data collection process is aligned with the recommendations of the National Education Policy 2020. Now, let's take a look at some of the key findings of the UDISE Plus report. Firstly, the report highlights a concerning dip in school enrollments across the country. The overall student enrollment fell from 25.18 crore in 2022-23 to 24.8 crore in 2023-24. Marking a decrease of about 1.55 crore students or nearly 6% from the 2018-19 to 2021-22 period. Moving on to the dropouts. The report notes a zero dropout rates at the foundational level from pre-primary to class 2. This is largely due to the admission of students from Anganwadis and standalone private pre-primary schools directly into class 1 in recognized schools. However, the highest dropout rates were recorded at the secondary level, particularly in classes 9 to 12. States like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra experienced some of the highest drops in enrollments. In contrast, retention rates were found to be higher at the elementary level. Now, let's talk about the Gross Enrollment Ratio or GER. The GER has seen a minor dip across all education levels, except at the secondary level. To clarify, GER compares the enrollment in a specific education level to the population of the age group that is age appropriate for that level. When it comes to school infrastructure, states such as Assam, Odisha and Karnataka are facing challenges with underutilized infrastructure due to low student-to-school ratios. For those unfamiliar, UDISE Plus is an online data collection system developed by the Department of School Education and Literacy in 2018-19. It was created to address the issues related to the previous manual data collection methods. UDISE Plus collects information through an online data collection form on parameters ranging from school, infrastructure, teachers, enrollments, examination results, among others.
In a significant update on global remittance trends, India has achieved a remarkable milestone as the country secures 14.3% of global remittances in 2024, the highest share ever, according to the World Bank. But what exactly are remittances? These are financial transfers made by individuals working abroad to support their families back home. Now, let's take a closer look at the broader trends in remittances flow. India leads the top 5 recipients of remittances in 2024 with an impressive $129 billion compared to $125 billion in 2023. Following India are Mexico, China, Philippines, and Pakistan. This growth has been fueled by a recovery in job markets across high-income countries within the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Globally, remittances to low- and middle-income countries are projected to reach $685 billion in 2024, marking a growth rate of 5.8%. Interestingly, China's share of global remittances has dropped to 5.3% in 2024, its lowest in 2 decades. This decline is attributed to reduced low-skilled immigration, as the country's rising economic prosperity and aging population reshape migration patterns. So, what are the factors responsible for high remittances in India? Firstly, the scale of migration. India boasts one of the largest diaspora populations globally, with over 18 million Indians living abroad as of 2023, according to the UN World Migration Report 2024. Secondly, there's a notable shift in destination trends. Increasingly, Indian migrants are moving to high-income economies such as the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. Lastly, the diversity of labor contributes significantly. Indian migrants range from highly skilled professionals in IT and healthcare to semi-skilled and unskilled laborers, all contributing to this remarkable achievement. Why are these high remittances so significant? For recipient households, these funds are a lifeline covering essential expenses like food, healthcare, and education, directly improving living standards. On a macroeconomic level, remittances serve as a major source of foreign exchange, reducing reliance on foreign aid. They also play a crucial role in funding current account deficits and addressing fiscal shortfalls. In summary, India's record-breaking remittance share in 2024 is a testament to its vast and diverse diaspora, as well as the resilience of global job markets. Moving ahead, the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue has reached a significant milestone as it celebrates 20 years of cooperation. On this occasion, the foreign ministers of the Quad countries reiterated their foundational commitment to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. They also reaffirmed their dedication to a free and open Indo-Pacific, ASEAN centrality, and support for Pacific-led regional architecture, including the Indian Ocean Rim Association. The idea of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN's centrality emphasizes the pivotal role of the ASEAN in shaping the regional framework. Now, what is Quadrilateral Security Dialogue or Quad? It is a strategic diplomatic partnership between Australia, India, Japan, and the United States aimed at supporting an open, stable, and prosperous Indo-Pacific that is inclusive and resilient. The origins of this grouping can be traced back to December 2004, when these nations came together to provide assistance to countries affected by the Indian Ocean tsunami. The group held its first informal meeting on the sidelines of the ASEAN's Regional Forum in Manila, Philippines in 2007, after which the grouping remained dissolved. The revival was in 2017 when the first official talks were held in Philippines. The Quad framework operates on several key pillars. These include addressing contemporary global issues, securing strategic sea routes in the Indo-Pacific, and establishing a rules-based global order. It also emphasizes offering alternative debt financing to counter predatory lending practices and fostering a liberal trading system that promotes economic stability. So, what is the significance of Quad for India? It offers a platform to partner with like-minded countries, allowing it to shape the region favorably while retaining decisional autonomy and flexibility to collaborate with multiple actors. It also strengthens India's stature as a leading power and provider of public goods in the Indo-Pacific, particularly in the Indian Ocean region. Economically, it positions India as a preferred destination for investment and enhances engagement with ASEAN countries. Strategically, it provides a means to counter China's rise, especially with support from Quad nations on the naval front. In conclusion, these developments underscore the importance of global partnerships and sustainable practices for a prosperous future.
In a significant development, the Cabinet has approved modifications in the crop insurance scheme under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. This includes the continuation of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana or PMFBY and the restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme or RWBCIS. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key modifications approved. The government has decided to continue the scheme until 2025-26 with an outlay of Rs 69,515.71 crore. Additionally, large-scale technology infusion has been approved under the scheme through the Fund for Innovation and Technology or FIAT, which has a corpus of Rs 824.77 crore rupees. New technological initiatives such as Yes Tech and WINS will be funded. So, what exactly are Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and the restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme? Well, both schemes aim to provide an affordable crop insurance product, covering farmers against all non-preventable natural risks. This coverage extends from the pre-sowing stage to the post-harvest stage. When we talk about RWBCIS, it specifically covers the loss farmers may face due to adverse weather conditions such as rainfall, temperature, wind, and humidity. While PMFBY and RWBCIS share the common goal of safeguarding farmers, they differ in how they calculate admissible claims. The schemes cover all farmers, including sharecroppers and tenant farmers who grow notified crops in the designated areas. These crops include food crops like cereals, millets, and pulses, as well as oilseeds, annual commercial crops, and horticulture crops. Now, what about the risks covered? Well, the schemes provide basic coverage for yield loss, add-on covers based on specific needs, post-harvest losses for up to 2 weeks, and localized calamities. However, losses due to war, nuclear risks, and preventable risks are excluded from coverage. In terms of premiums, farmers pay 2% for kharif crops, 1.5% for rabi crops, and 5% for commercial horticulture crops. Now, let's turn our attention to the key efforts towards technology adoption under the scheme. The government is introducing the National Crop Insurance Portal, which will streamline administration and coordination. Additionally, there will be the introduction of the Yield Estimation System or Yes Tech for direct yield estimation at the Gram Panchayat level. And for hyper-local weather data, the Weather Information Network Data System or WINS will generate long-term weather information for crop insurance. This system will begin assisting state governments in 2024-25. With these updates, the crop insurance schemes are set to strengthen the support system for farmers, ensuring better risk coverage and improved technological integration. The Cabinet has approved the extension of the one-time special package for diammonium phosphate or DAP beyond the nutrient-based subsidy. Earlier, in July 2024, the Cabinet introduced this package to ensure the availability of DAP at affordable prices for farmers, valid until December 31, 2024. With this latest decision, the extension will now begin on January 1, 2025 and remain effective until further orders. Let's take a closer look at DAP. Diammonium phosphate is one of the most widely used phosphorus fertilizers, providing a valuable source of both phosphorus P and nitrogen N. Phosphorus plays a vital role in root development, flowering, and seed production, making it essential for agricultural productivity. DAP is produced by reacting phosphoric acid with ammonia under carefully controlled conditions, ensuring its effectiveness as a key agricultural input. Moving on to fertilizer subsidies in India, the government provides these subsidies to manufacturers, importers, and farmers to make fertilizers more affordable and to boost agricultural productivity. Under the Direct Benefit Transfer in Fertilizer scheme, 100% of the subsidy on various fertilizer grades is released to companies based on actual sales, verified through Aadhaar authentication. In the case of urea, a subsidy is provided to ensure farmers can purchase it at a statutorily notified maximum retail price or MRP, with the government covering the difference between the delivered cost at the farm gate and the net market realization. For phosphatic and potassic fertilizers, the nutrient-based subsidy policy provides a fixed subsidy amount based on the nutrient content, reviewed annually or semi-annually. However, concerns persist regarding fertilizer subsidies. First, the fiscal burden remains significant, with the fertilizer subsidy budget for 2023-24 exceeding 1.75 lakh crore rupees. Second, there is an issue of imbalanced fertilizer usage as the NPK ratio, a critical measure for balanced fertilization, reached an alarming level of 11.8 ratio 4.6 ratio 1 during 2022-23, far from the ideal ratio of 4 ratio 2 ratio 1. Lastly, the environmental impact is noteworthy, with India ranking among the top consumers of nitrogen fertilizers globally, contributing to environmental degradation. In addition to subsidies, the government has introduced several measures to address the overuse of fertilizers. Neem-coated urea has been made mandatory to improve efficiency and reduce misuse. The introduction of nano-fertilizers such as nano-urea by IFFCO has been another step towards optimizing fertilizer usage. The PM Pranam program, which stands for the Program for Restoration, Awareness Generation, Nourishment and Amelioration of Mother Earth, was launched to encourage the reduction of chemical fertilizers. There is also an ongoing push to promote alternative fertilizers, including organic fertilizers, biofertilizers, and natural farming methods.
Shifting focus to another significant development, the Ministry of Jal Shakti has released the Annual Groundwater Quality Report 2024. For the first time, this report introduced a standard operating procedure for groundwater quality monitoring, ensuring uniformity in data collection, analysis, and interpretation. As we examine the status of groundwater, India emerges as the largest groundwater user in the world, accounting for over 25% of the global total. A staggering 87% of the groundwater extracted is used in the agricultural sector, while about 11% is utilized for domestic purposes. Let's take a closer look at the report's key findings. Starting with regional variability, in states like Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram, 100% of water samples met BIS standards. However, states such as Rajasthan, Haryana, and Andhra Pradesh faced widespread contamination. When it comes to irrigation suitability, regions like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, and Tripura have excellent category water for irrigation. Conversely, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Haryana fall into the very high sodium range, making their water unsuitable for irrigation practices. Additionally, the report highlights specific contaminants of concern such as nitrate in Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra, fluoride in Haryana and Karnataka, arsenic in the floodplains of the Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers, and lastly uranium in Rajasthan and Punjab. Several factors are driving the decline in groundwater quality. Industrialization plays a significant role, with untreated industrial waste, including heavy metals, chemicals, and solvents, contaminating water sources. Agricultural practices also contribute, with excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides in farming. Urbanization exacerbates the problem through improper waste disposal, sewage leakage, and landfill contamination. Climate change further complicates the issue by altering precipitation patterns and hindering the replenishment of aquifers. To address these challenges, several groundwater conservation initiatives have been launched. The Bhuneer portal has been introduced for improved groundwater regulation, while the National Aquifer Mapping and Management Program focuses on sustainable aquifer management. Complementing these efforts is the Atal Bhujal Yojana, which aims for sustainable groundwater management with active community participation. Additionally, the Jal Shakti Abhiyan emphasizes optimizing rainwater harvesting and promoting sustainable water management. In conclusion, these insights emphasize the urgent need for sustainable water management and stricter regulation of industrial and agricultural practices. In today's Place in News, we turn our attention to Trinidad and Tobago with its capital, Port of Spain. Recently, Trinidad and Tobago declared a state of emergency due to violence. Now, let's take a closer look at the political features of this country. Trinidad and Tobago is an island country of the southeastern West Indies in the Atlantic Ocean. It lies close to the continent of South America, northeast of Venezuela and northwest of Guyana. It is also a member of the Caribbean community, CARICOM. Moving on to its geographical features. When it comes to notable mountain ranges in the country, the Northern Range is a continuation of the coastal ranges of the Andes Mountains in Venezuela. The highest point in Trinidad and Tobago is Mount Aripo. One of the most significant water bodies here is the Pitch Lake in Trinidad, which is the world's largest natural reservoir of asphalt. The region is also home to major rivers such as the Ottawa and the Caroni.
As we conclude today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. As per RBI's Financial Stability Report, December 2024, gross NPA ratio of India's banks fell to a 12-year low of 2.6%. NPA refers to a classification for loans or advances of a bank that are in default or arrears. A loan is in arrears when principal or an interest payment is late or missed and becomes an NPA when interest or installment of principal remain overdue for more than 90 days. On its formation date, the Tobacco Board highlighted that the earnings of Flu-Cured Virginia or FCV tobacco farmers more than doubled between 2019-20 and 2023-24. FCV tobacco is a high-quality aromatic variety widely used in the production of cigarettes. Currently, India is the second largest producer of tobacco in the world after China. Recently, an Indian firm became India's first private company to commission a vacuum arc remelting or VAR furnace for producing aerospace-grade titanium alloy. VAR is used to purify numerous alloys such as stainless steel, nickel-based and titanium-based alloys under vacuum conditions to ensure superior metallurgical structure and uniform alloy composition. According to Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, India has achieved a tenfold increase in banana exports over the past decade and aims to reach $1 billion in exports within the next 5 years. Banana cultivation thrives in tropical climates with an ideal temperature range of 15 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius and a relative humidity of 75 to 85%. The Executive Committee of the NMCG has undertaken initiatives like the Chandoli Sewage Treatment Plant for the rejuvenation and cleanliness of the Ganga River. The NMCG was registered as a society in 2011 under the Societies Registration Act 1860. It functions under the Ministry of Jal Shakti and serves as the implementation arm of the National Ganga River Basin Authority or NGRBA. NIA achieves a 100% conviction rate in 2024 by successfully solving major terrorism and criminal cases. The National Investigation Agency or NIA was set up as a central counter-terrorism law enforcement agency under the NIA Act of 2008 in the wake of the 26/11 Mumbai attacks. Its headquarters is located in New Delhi with 2 zonal offices in Guwahati and Jammu. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has reported a significant surge in norovirus cases. Norovirus is a highly contagious virus that causes gastroenteritis, commonly known as stomach flu. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and more. Noroviruses are relatively resistant to environmental conditions as they can survive freezing and high temperatures up to 60 degrees Celsius. Scientists are deploying 2 underwater telescopes under the cubic kilometer neutrino telescope to detect high-energy neutrinos. The cubic kilometer neutrino telescope houses the next generation of neutrino telescopes under the Mediterranean Sea. The telescopes are similar to the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory located in the frozen ice of Antarctica. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solutions to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description below.